Obviously, this is a team that's a little bit younger that you got to. So what was your impact, defensively that you wanted to make sure you had immediately and now going into year two?
For me, being a defensive player of the year, it's about how you can, how do you change your franchise? How do you change your team? And how do you make your team a top defense in this league? At the end of the season, I was really, really happy about, the progress that we made, through the adversity, through the ups and downs, the injuries. I mean, so many things happened, and we ended up, being a couple of possessions away from beating the Nuggets and maybe potentially, changing the whole scenario.
And obviously, a lot of that is you and Carl playing next to each other. How's that relationship with you two? How much do you guys talk about, how we can have success?
We talk about it a lot, and we think we're both very different players, but very unique players, and that we can really, help a team be unique and be really dominant. And I think we didn't get to show it much last year because obviously Cat's injury came early in the season, and we came back right before the playoffs, and we were in the midst of it. But I thought there was some pretty cool glimpse of what it can become, in the future, and I was really looking forward to have a great training camp this year and get it going.
So Rudy, I just want to take us back. Something interesting happened. I mean, obviously the trade that they made, they gave up a lot to get you, Kevin Durant. There's all these other players, like star players, that get traded, and everyone compares. We want what they got. Do you take pride in that? You're like, yeah, I got all that.
From the fan perspective, like they see a trade as just trade of the player against the value, when like there's so much other factors that comes into play. The salary. I mean, the years left in the contract. I mean, there's so many other factors, the age, so many other factors that come into play. But it was funny that, I would see tweets of people being mad at me a year later, like, that's your fault. I mean, I didn't make the decision. Seeing how much they had to how much the Jazz got in exchange of me. I mean, it was credit. It makes you feel like maybe you're doing something right. Maybe you have a pretty good impact on the court.
You're a guy that when you came in the league, you were a little raw defensively. You earned, you became a good defensive player. It's not something that you came in with in the league. And obviously, Ant's a younger guy as well. He's got different tools. So how do you view him as a defender?
The things he can do, are incredible on the court. I think. I think he has all the tools to be a all defensive, type of player. He has the one thing that you don't teach, which is, the fire. Wanting to take every possession personally. He takes every on-ball defense personally. And for me, the way I really challenge him, it's the off-ball defense, because sometimes he can, off the ball, tend to relax, or he doesn't take it as personally as when he's on the ball. And I tell him that basketball is a 5-on-5 sport, so you have to be able to, if you want to be that type of defender, you have to be able to impact every possession, off the ball, on the ball, and it's not easy. That's why not a lot of guys are able to do it consistently, and not a lot of guys want to do it, because it's not cute. I mean, you're going to do a lot of things that you don't see on the stat sheets. You're going to, get hit. You're going to, spend more energy. But at the end of the day, I think that's the price you have to pay to win. And it's been great. It's in just 1 year. The level of his progression has been incredible to watch.
I know Ant made some comments, if you shoot a three, he's just going to walk. So, I know you made your first professional three in the World Cup, right? So are you going to shoot it there? Are we going to see you shoot a three in the NBA game this season? Are you going to test that?
I guess we'll find out, but So what's funny on that video, I was sitting next to him and I was just crying, laughing. Sometimes you always have to take what he says with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
But I told him, you better be ready to walk out, because it's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Don't test me. So this summer, I believe you went on a darkness retreat. You spent a lot of time in a cave. Explain what was that like for you?
it was an incredible experience. You know, just it was 3 days, 3 nights, about 3 nights and 2.5 days, so about 64 hours. Uh, uh, Full darkness, so no phone, no TV, no music.
I couldn't do it.
I think you can. I think you can. You will not, I mean, you're going to lose a little bit of the scoops for 3 days, but you come out and you'll be ready, baby. After the season, I went to Utah a couple of days. I got an eye surgery for my vision, and I was able to schedule. You know, they were able to find me a spot for 3 days in the darkness retreat. So I went there, and it's like a room. So you go down. There's a bed, there's a sink, a tub, a toilet. The guy was bringing me food in the morning and in the evening. So he would come around 7 a.m. in the morning and around 6 p.m. in the evening. So that was my only indicator of time. I try to, so I told myself that I didn't want to get in the bed during the day. So I was only getting in bed during nighttime. And during the day, I was just, meditating. I was doing like a little workout, like maybe 45 minutes of push-ups, squats, things like that, stretching. And then the rest of it was just thinking, meditating, and yeah, you can walk out if you want to. You know, you can turn on the light if you want to, but the whole purpose of it for me was to not do that, and so, yeah, put everything in a bag, put it in the corner, no phone, no nothing, full darkness, and it was powerful.